David Johnson's career wasn't destroyed by cancer, it was stolen. This is a story of heartbreaking potential cut short. Athletes put their bodies on the line for their sport, but there are some battles they simply can't win. David Johnson's story isn't about defeat, it's about cruel misfortune and how life can sometimes be incredibly unfair. Let's get into it. David Edward Johnson, born on October 23, 1951, in Liverpool, England, had a remarkable career in English football. He became famous playing for clubs like Ipswich Town, Liverpool and Everton. His career is a classic story of a local boy making it big and becoming a well-known forward in the 1970s and 1980s. David Johnson grew up in Liverpool, a city known for its deep love of football. From a young age, his natural talent for the game was clear. He started playing football at school, which is how many young players in Liverpool began. His skills soon got him noticed, and he joined Everton FC as an apprentice in 1967, and by 1969 he had turned professional. Johnson's first big professional game was in January 1971, playing for Everton against Burnley. His early years at Everton were crucial, as they helped him prove he could play well in major games and score important goals, including standout moments in games against Liverpool, Everton's local rivals. Although he showed great potential and scored some key goals, his time at Everton was just the start. It paved the way for his next chapter at Ipswich Town, where he would make a bigger impact. In November 1972, Johnson made a big move to Ipswich Town, and it really kicked his career into high gear. Under Bobby Robson's sharp coaching, Johnson came into his own as a top-notch striker. His time at Ipswich was not just about scoring goals, it was a period of real personal growth and lots of wins with his team. One of the first major highlights was helping Ipswich snag the 1973 Texaco Cup. Johnson's knack for linking up play and popping in crucial goals made him a star on the team. Over his 4 years with Ipswich, Johnson racked up 35 goals, earning a reputation as a premier forward. His standout performances didn't go unnoticed. Soon, he was pulling on the England jersey, making his international debut in 1975. And talk about a dream start, he banged in 2 goals against Wales in that first match. Thanks to his stellar stint at Ipswich, Johnson caught the eye of the big guns at Liverpool, leading to a transfer in 1976 for a record fee at the time. At Liverpool, he joined a squad brimming with talent, all gunning for the top prizes in England and across Europe. Adapting to such a loaded team was tough at first, but Johnson found his groove, playing a key role in Liverpool's chase for a historic treble in the 1976-77 season. Johnson really made a name for himself at Liverpool for his ability to turn up in big games. He was a crucial part of the squad during their runs to multiple league titles and European Cups. His pivotal performances, especially in the 1977 European Cup final, helped Liverpool dominate the European scene. One of Johnson's most unforgettable moments came in the 1978 Merseyside derby. He added his name into the history books by becoming the first player to score for both Liverpool and Everton in the derby matches. That's a rare feat that still gets talked about when Derby Day rolls around. Johnson's knack for delivering when it mattered most really made him a legend in the eyes of football fans. His career is a classic example of how a player can rise through the ranks, face new challenges, and leave a lasting impact on every team he plays for. David Johnson's time with Liverpool was a remarkable part of his career, although it came with its challenges. By the early 1980s, things at the club were changing, and Johnson found himself struggling to keep his spot against new players like Ian Rush. This rivalry led him to move back to Everton in 1982, where it was more difficult for him to find the same success. Johnson's career moved on with several team changes, including a brief loan to Barnsley, before he eventually retired after playing with Manchester City and Preston North End. After retiring from playing, Johnson smoothly transitioned into coaching, taking up a player-manager position at Barrow AFC. His love for football stayed strong even after he stopped playing. He later used his extensive knowledge of the game in a new role as a commentator and match summariser for BBC Radio Merseyside, where he brought games to life for listeners. Johnson was not only recognised for his great ability to score goals and his versatility in playing different roles on top teams, highlighting some of Liverpool's greatest moments, But his ability to gracefully move through the different stages of a footballer's career, adapting, changing, and keeping his connection to the sport, was perhaps even more significant. Retirement didn't pull him away from football. Johnson embraced roles that kept him linked to the game, sharing his experiences and insights as both a player-manager and a respected radio voice. His understanding of football was deep and full of stories that connected with fans and players, making him a beloved figure in sports broadcasting. While we hate to interrupt you, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel since 98% of you haven't done that yet. Thanks in advance, and now back to the video. Johnson's legacy is built not only on his skills with the ball, but also on his ability to adapt and contribute to the game after his playing days were over. He is remembered for his grace both on and off the field, a symbol of how a footballer can grow with the game. His story continues to motivate young athletes, proving his enduring influence on the sport. Although David Johnson passed away on November 23, 2022, at age 71 due to cancer, his legacy continues to be honoured by fans and teammates as a true football legend. His journey from the playgrounds of Liverpool to the heights of European football is a moving example of dedication, skill, and the constant drive for excellence in the beautiful game. David Johnson's fight with throat cancer is a sad story in the life of the famous footballer who played for both Liverpool and Everton. Diagnosed with this tough illness later in life, Johnson showed incredible bravery and strength, much like he did during his football days. His fight ended when he passed away on November 23, 2022, at the age of 71. Throughout this tough time, Johnson kept his struggles private, showing the same strong and quiet nature he always had, even in hard times. Johnson's fight with cancer is not unique among football players. Many other former players have also faced serious health problems, including cancer, showing a worrying trend among athletes. Stilian Petrov, a former leader at Aston Villa, dealt with acute leukemia in 2012. After a tough fight, he got better and now helps with charity work focused on cancer awareness. Johan Cruyff, a football legend, also fought lung cancer, but lost his battle in 2016. These stories add to the list of great players who have faced such hard challenges. These stories highlight a common issue. Former professional athletes, including footballers, seem to have a higher risk of some cancers, possibly because of their past physical efforts, lifestyle choices, or just getting older. The experiences of these athletes have helped a lot in making more people aware of cancer and showing how important regular health checks are. This is vital even for those who were very fit during their sports careers. Also, the open struggles these athletes had with cancer have helped reduce the stigma around the disease. They have started important conversations about health in the sports world, making it normal to talk about these issues. The impact of these fights goes beyond their sports achievements, teaching important lessons on staying strong and being aware of health issues. Though his life was cut tragically short, his legacy as a fighter, both in sport and against his illness, endures. Johnson's story is a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the strength of the human spirit in the face of adversity. His memory continues to inspire and influence both fans and future athletes.